And
what makes me blind?
Here's the challenge with blind
I'm not
people.
Married with children yet.
That's a major indication. And the worst thing about being blind is if I try to describe color or if I try to describe the gift of sight, you can't even understand my words. You see, that's a sad part. But it's not even that bad. You have a sense of what I'm talking about, but you're scared to go after something real. The clock is ticking. You still walking slow. And I say this out of love. You're a good looking young lady. You could have great things, but you don't want to follow the program.
What's the program?
I'm telling you the program. And you think love is a part of the program. Love grows. Women are love bugs. Y'all gonna love whatever. I tell you what. And I heard a guy say this a while back. I thought this was strange. Guy said, does a P love his hoes? You tell me a woman go out and take risks for you and come and bring you back all the money and do that for months and years on end and you ain't gonna love her? That would be inhuman, wouldn't it?
It would.
It would. Love grows. You serve a man, he will love you. He protects and takes care of you and lays in bed with you at night. You will love him. I'm not saying deal with any fat, overweight, unattractive slacker, but you deal with an honorable man, you will grow to love him. But the real challenge is that you don't love yourself. And that's why you allow yourself to settle for less.
I don't love myself now.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this, love, having no man is not as good as having even half of a good man. Having no man is not as good as having half of a man. No man is not as good as even having half a man. And I'll tell you why I said half a man. Because you said, I won't share a man. Well, dig this.
So be a side bitch.
Where did that come from? Ain't nobody mentioned that. Because a side B ain't even got half a man. She just got she gets some pipe every now and then. That's her job. She's a pipe fiend. She don't have a man. She gets pipe. That's a side piece.
Okay. So I'm sorry. Go ahead and explain.
Okay. So you said that somehow it's not appropriate to be one of two wives, which is out of line with our culture.
It wasn't appropriate.
For you.
I just said I wouldn't want.
Right. But that's crazy in as much as so right now you have zero man. You get zero level of protection. You get zero level of guidance. You get zero level of financial support. I mean, let me ask you this.
I provided for myself.
Let me ask you this. Would you rather have, if you were hungry, would you rather have half a pizza or no pizza? Pizza is still good. A man is still good. A man can offer great things. So you telling me that having no man is better than having half?
I never said that.
Okay. Well, help me understand.
All I said is I wouldn't want to be in that situation where my man had another wife.
Right, and that's because you're in a broken culture. Like you're in a city where they accept guys going into each other's backsides as normal. We're in a society that accepts that as normal. We're so far away from what we really are as human beings. It's not even funny. Do you know the term spinster? Do you know what a spinster is?
No.
Let me find that definition for you of spinster. I think in Chinese it's called chengdu. It's a term for a woman who's over a certain age and unmarried. It's a pejorative term. Pejorative meaning negative. Why is it negative? Because it's not good. A spinster is an unmarried woman who is older than the age range typically considered prime time for women to marry, and who is also thought to be unlikely to ever marry.
I'm not a spinster.
You are a spinster.
I'm not unlikely to ever marry.
You mean I'm not a spinster. You mean I don't want to be a spinster.
I'm not, because it's likely I'm going to get married.
Is it?
It is. My reality?
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. I wish I could slice this data up by age, but I'm gonna just type in do you consider yourself black?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna type in black female marriage rates. Honestly, any black female who meets me should really thank her lucky stars. Oh my God. She should really thank the lucky stars. 28% of black women were married compared to 34% of black men. This is a significant racial gap, as 52% of white women were married and 55% of white men. Seems like okay. So I wish I could slice this up by age because I would like to know the average age that Black women get married and also the success rate of Black female marriages. They're both low. In case you were curious, they're low. So basically, 1 out of 4 of you get married, right? But then you'd have to chop up the data by what is the age by which they get married, and I'm guessing you're maybe above the mean age. And even if you did get married, what are the percentage of those marriages that are successful? We're getting into very low percentages. Things are improbable.
Is the percentage different for you, for Black men?
Yeah, it is. Like, as you can see, more Black men get married in the first place. That's number one. But number two, if you look at data, in my case, I'm an outlier by all of the data metrics. Like, for example, if you look at someone that is on the extreme part of the data set, like me, it's a rarer occurrence, or it's an occurrence that is not well explained by the mean or by the average. So in my case, for example, I'm a Black male with a bachelor's. That's rare. I'm a Black male with a master's. That's even more rare. And then if you slice it up by the tier of the school, it's minuscule. I went to top 20 schools twice, 2 degrees. It's minuscule. Then you look at my income level, it's way small. So when you start looking at men that are at a certain income and educational level, their success rates are very high, not only at marriage, just across the board. Like, they're good at stuff, like earning money, getting jobs, getting accolades. They're like good at winning, right?
I agree.
Right, because they smarter, right? So my data look good. My data look real good. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
And mine's don't. You already explained. Yeah, I understand. But I have to disagree. I do feel like this is a new day and age.
It's 2024. I didn't even know. I thought it was 2050 apparently, huh?
And times are different. Things are different.
Wow.
Things
are better or worse?
Worse.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you're trying to adjust to these bad circumstances?
I have to adapt.
Yeah, but you're becoming a part of the problem instead of the solution, though.
What will be the solution?
The solution is for you to do what is natural and right. Not because it benefits me, but because it benefits you.
I'm trying.
But you're not. And that's why I tell guys, when I have these conversations with women like you, I'm having it for them. Not even for you and not even for me. I'm having it for them because there's a woman watching right now who's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. She has a chance. There's a young man watching right now who's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30. They have a chance to select the right woman. In our history, it explains so
your
much.
Audience, because you do have an audience over that age group.
Yeah.
You basically telling your audience, your fans, they don't have a chance.
Which fans? Who are you referring to?
You know who I'm referring to, women.
So one, my audience is overwhelmingly male. It's about 90% male. So the 10% of women, if they would follow what I teach, actually follow it out and live it on a daily basis, they will be highly desired.
Okay. So what advice would you give a woman that is over 30? Like, forget it, go hang yourself, go walk in traffic.
Are you saying, like, for example, a woman who might be 33, African-American and living in Atlanta?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. So,
should I move?
Well, there's no doubt that if you date Black males, and all the data indicates that Black females are most likely to date Black males, they have the lowest ability to have racial variety and choice in their dating.
So I need to date outside my race.
No, I'm saying it's hardest for Black females to date outside their race as opposed to any other racial category of male or female.
Okay.
They're the lowest rated in terms of online dating.
Mm-hmm.
So it's harder for you all to date out of your race. So in all likelihood, if you're going to be successful, it's most likely you'll be successful with Black males.
Okay.
Now, here's the bad news. Black males are underperformers educationally, financially, criminally.
So with that being said, why are you so hard on women that aren't married by the age of 30 when you already know that Black men are underperformers? We're trying. We fighting for our lives out here.
No, you're not trying.
We fighting for our lives out here. But you just said,
and you're not fighting for your life.
80% of Black men, 90% of Black men are underperformers. We see that too.
I didn't say what percentage of Black males.
A lot of them.
Say that.
A lot of them.
I agree, and some of them is fruitcakes too. So that's another factor.
So
that's exactly why I am willing, as a high performing man, knowing that for 10 of us, one might be a Skittle guzzler, one might be in the army, 2 might be in jail, the fifth or sixth one is broke. I realized that there's more good women than there are good men. And for that reason, I'm able to pick up the slack and say, I will bring you into my home and watch over you and provide you all of the things that you deserve. And you are telling me back, Marquette, I'm unworthy. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you, because half of a great man is better than no man. Half of a great man is better than 100% of a broke man, 100% of a man that's half undercover on the down low. That's what you call these boys out here, right? 100% of a great man is better than you using your power tools. 100% or 50% of a great man is better than all the options you're using right now. But you still would rather wallow in that sty that you call a life, and you want to call it 2024. Just because it's 2024 don't mean make bad decisions. You ain't have a grandma? You ain't have a black grandma?
I did.
Because my grandma would say things, she was Southern, and I'm assuming maybe your grandmother is too. She would say things that she'd say, boy, you don't think fat meat is greasy, which is like an old black slave way of saying, you acting like the sky's not blue. You acting like the sun is not hot. You know damn well it doesn't make any sense. You're not going to be happy alone. And certainly when you get old and your friends are passing away and you need someone to care for you, you're acting like you don't want that for yourself.
I'm not acting like that. I'm not acting like I don't
your
want that.
Your state today shows it, and your mindset today shows it. And what I always tell women,
it shows that I'm trying to protect myself.
From what?
Wasting my time.
Well, you ain't got much left. I mean, damn, I wish you'd have figured that out earlier. We should figure that out earlier.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's not to ever put anybody down. And I know women are sensitive, so I do respect it. And
I think it's funny. I think you're hilarious. I'm not sensitive about anything.
I think I'm hilarious too. That makes two of us. But no, the sad thing, I'm gonna come right to you. I appreciate you. The sad thing is that you're saying you protecting yourself, and it saddens me because there's a lot of different factors that got you to that defensive posture.
Yes.
There's a lot of different factors. And the sad thing is now you're in a position to protect yourself or defend yourself from the wrong things, from the things you actually need. And more importantly, even though you think that you're on the defensive, if I sent two dudes at you, which I wouldn't, but if I sent two dudes at you who are not worth anything, you'd be inclined to accept them and deal with them, because you don't know how to perceive the wrong thing. You don't know how to perceive the right thing. What would make you convinced? I do know
how to perceive the wrong thing. That's why I'm still single at 33. I know.
Do you know how to perceive the right thing?
No, I just know how to perceive the wrong thing.
Okay. So
I never had the right thing.
Okay, so how could you ever, well, then why wouldn't you say, hey, Marquette, you seem like a smart, experienced, knowledgeable guy. You just gave me a recommendation. I'm going to follow it and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I
did not come here to debate with you. I don't need you to bully me. I'm bullying people. Hell yeah.
Saved so many people's lives out here.
And you also made a fool out of a lot of people as well.
I saved so many people's lives. I can't believe people call me a bully.
You also embarrassed a lot of people as well.
I've saved a lot of lives out here. And I've never, ever, ever invited anybody on the show that didn't first ask. And the whole planet Earth can testify to that. I've never went out on the streets like, hey, be on my show. It was always somebody hopped in the comments like you, or sent a DM. Hey, I want to come on the show. Fantastic. Come through. And I've never bullied, which is to say I've never went out of my way to degrade anyone who was a good person or who is innocent or who was polite. For example, there's recently a young lady on the dating show you commented on. She was noticeably obese and even had an OF that she didn't mention. And we said, what kind of guy do you like? And she says, oh, I want an athletic guy. I could have very easily shredded her to pieces. I didn't say a word about it. Why? She conducted herself in a proper way. She presented herself in a very respectful manner.
Had she didn't,
I would have obliterated her.
That's not nice.
No, and I'm not nice. I'm kind. I'm not nice. Nice is surface. I'm kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the kind of person who's going to be like, oh, it's okay that you're single and 33. That's nice. But kind is when I introduce you to a guy that's 35, stable, will never lay a hand on you, will love you and provide for you the rest of your life. And I make that introduction. That's life changing. That's kind. Nice is surface, is some BS. Go ahead.